Welcome to Module 3. In this module, we will be discussing the topic of identity and how we can express our identity. So, the word identity means the qualities that make a person or a group different from others. So we can see in this circle that there are many different pieces that can make up the identity of a group or of a person as an individual. There are many things that come together to form our identities as human beings or as a group of human beings. It's important to note that sometimes some aspects of identity may make people uncomfortable. Or maybe in some contexts, you do not know or you do not want to share what piece of the identity we are discussing. So if at any point you don't want to share or you feel uncomfortable, know that that's okay. And it's also okay maybe to not know. One piece of our identity can be our age. We can identify based on age, and we can express that by answering, how old are you? And you will say, I am blank years old. I am 15 years old. I am 3 years old. That is one piece of our identity. Another identity marker can be our physical qualities. So the things that show how you look. For example, I am tall. I am short. I am blonde. I am thin. Those are things that describe our physical qualities, which can also form a piece of our identities. Our ethnicity can also serve as an identity marker. Ethnicity refers to the national or cultural group that you belong to. In other words, it answers, where are you from? What country, what city, what region are you from? And you can answer that by answering, where are you from? I am from, where are you from? Or what is your ethnicity? Another identity marker is gender. And you can express that gender identity by answering, what is your gender identity? You may say, I identify as male. I identify as transgender. Or I identify as female. Or I identify as non-binary. So, that is one other identity marker or another thing that makes up our identity. Race is another identity marker. And you can express that identity by answering, what race do you identify as? So maybe you identify as Black or African American. Maybe you identify as Asian, white. Sometimes people identify with more than 1, 2, 3, or even more than that races. So, what race do you identify as? And the last identity marker that we're going to discuss right now is sexual orientation. So you may say, I identify as heterosexual, gay, lesbian, bisexual, asexual, etc. And that is, again, another identity marker that forms our identity as a whole. It's important to note that sometimes we can experience multiple pieces of our identities at once. This is called intersectionality. Intersectionality. This is when different pieces of one's identity cross, overlap, and influence one another. So, for example, when someone is discussing their experience as a Black woman or as a young male, they are discussing their intersectionality, the ways that multiple pieces of their identity are overlapping and interacting with one another. Now that we know about different identity markers, you all are going to share about your identity by recording your answers in the discussion board in Canvas, okay? So our first question asks, how old are you? What is your gender identity? And where are you from? So down in our discussion board, you will click reply and begin typing the answer to each of those questions. I am 87 years old, or however old you are. Then you will write, what is your gender identity? Maybe I identify as female, or non-binary, or male. And then you will share where you are from. I am from, you let us know. Then you can go ahead and click post reply down here at the bottom.